Hey up, I'm Alex, I'm the 9th Digidestined, and it's time for another adventure with the Digivice 25th Colour Evolution. Or the Digivice Colour. But before we head out, we've got to do some very important suiting and booting because, ladies and gentlemen, this arrived from Zenin TCG. This is the Zenin Premium Digivice Case. Now, this is something I've been really excited for since they announced it. It was delayed because there were some imperfections with the first batch that came, so they sent them back and said, no, this thing has to be perfect. So, I'm genuinely buzzing to give this thing a shot. And I thought I'd include this part in the video because, as you can see, inside this box there is some assembly required. So you get 3 things inside this box. You get the main case unit, the clip thingy with really cool digi egg on it, or digitama. Did not know that was coming, did not expect that. That is really cool. And to attach it we need screws and screwdriver. So let's give it a go. There's no instructions included, so I'm gonna have a play around. I'm sure it's very straightforward, but for the purpose of science, let's see if we can figure it out. So the main case has a little clip here, much easier to get at because you can actually get your nail under it and it just unhooks like so. Clip. Your Digivice slots in, even got a little slot for the antenna to sit into. Oh, that's nice. It's hard because there's a clicker in it, but there's no wiggle in there at all. That fits perfect. Awesome. Anyway, let's see if we can attach the thing. So one can only assume that this bit goes in here and we put this screw through it. Aha, so I've noticed something. You might not see it on camera, but one side is a circle and the other side is bolt shaped. So we're going to make sure that we put the bolt in the bolt shaped side. Would you believe it? There we go. So the bolt goes in that side, that slides in there, screw goes in here, and then with our little tiny screwdriver, and voila. I love that little digitama. That is so cool. Right, let's give it a bit of a go. So, unclip, nice and easy as previously demonstrated. Digivice goes in. Love how snug that is. Little dip for the antenna. No wriggle room at all. That is so perfect. And then clasps it shut. I think he likes it. Awesome. So the buttons are nice to get at as well. They're not too deep to reach the buttons. The buttons stick just the right level out. I like it. It's curved up the side, so it feels nice to handle. You can still see all the text. I think it's kind of clear here, but these parts are a little bit frosted, which is nice. Gives them a little bit of a bit more grip, which is cool. On the back, the belt clip is accessible but not clippable. The bottom of the clip is actually inside the thing. The whole kind of purpose of this case is to protect the belt clip though. So, you know, if you're belt clipping it, this case ain't for you because you're not gonna be able to clip it onto your belt. This is as an alternative to belt clipping, which is something that I've really wanted. I like that they've left the speaker bit open as well, so it should be nice and loud. That's really good thinking. Got the 2024 Zenin TCG mark on the back. That's nice. Very subtly branded, like it. And then obviously you've got your clip to clip it on, so you can clip it on as you walk. So obviously it's less show accurate because obviously in the show they clip it to their belts or their waists. They don't hang it from anything, but I much prefer this because although I've had no such problem with mine, my #1 fear with the Digivice toys is this plastic bit breaking, because it is just plastic, and obviously most of us aren't kids anymore, so those of us with dad bods, I worry that my dad bod is gonna put too much pressure on that clip and break it, and these things are very precious, so it would be a real shame. This gets rid of that fear completely and still looks hella stylish, so I think this is awesome. Really buzzing to try it out. But before we head out for a walk, I want to try it with some of the other Digivices as well. Obviously, I believe this was made primarily for the Digivice Colour, but I'm also fortunate enough to have the Digivice version complete and the Digivice original. So it is a little bit smaller, so there is a little bit of wiggle, although I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. Yeah, so that does wiggle around quite a bit, but it does keep it nicely protected still. definitely a good alternative to using the clips if you're worried about that. And the buttons are nice and accessible as well, but that does rattle around quite a bit. Once again, bit of wiggle room in there. Obviously they can't get it right for every Digivice because they are all very slightly different. Yeah, that does wiggle around quite a bit, but once again, still very usable. The buttons are working nice. Everything's protected. But yeah, this thing is best for your Digivice 25th Color Evolution. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's take it for a spin. Digiport, open! Here we go, first battle against Gigadramon. An ultimate level Digimon, and it's a button bash. That is so sick, isn't it? That is so sick. Gigadramon is cacking it right now. Here we go. Giga Blast. Here he comes. It's bashing time. Ready? Oh yeah. It's a battle for the Metal Empire. 2 damage, that's what I'm talking about. A little bit of help from my mate Geezermon. He's a geezer, he's a mon, he's Geezermon. Mega Claw. There we go, job's a good one. Oh, what do we got? Oh cool, we're going to get a little buddy to help us out. Phone booth. Call for help. Phone a friend, if you will. So we're heading up Spiral Mountain. We're in Digital City right now. Who's next? Monzemon, what a beast. And we got Patamon and TK with us. Decent. So on the walk here, I tried it hanging from my waist and I've tried it hanging from my bag strap. And I must say, I massively prefer hanging from the bag strap. From the waist, because I'm a bit of a yomper, it seemed to just swing around like crazy. It was nice and secure in there thus far, but if you're wearing a bag, I'd recommend bag strap. It's just a little bit more dignified, and bonus point because it's closer to your ear, so if you're a deaf old man like me, you're more likely to actually hear it when it starts beeping at you, which is pretty cool. So it's been ages since the last Digivice Color video. So we're on Infinity Mountain. I've been kind of waiting for this case to arrive to do this video. I don't know whether we're going to finish quest mode in this one or not, because I've actually only got like an hour before the kids finish school. So we're just going to see what we can do and how far we can get within that time. Just on a nice hot sunny day walk. Looking for a Monzemon right now, which, fun fact, I raised a Monzemon on my Metal Empire Pendulum Original, and I had the pleasure of battling the almighty Jero with it. So here's a little clip of that, if I've got a clip. I can't remember if we filmed that one or not. Now I'm doubting myself. Anyway, if there is a clip, hope you enjoy it. If there isn't, use your imagination. Cool. Here we go, creepy teddy bear guy. It's a shake battle. We're gonna need Metal Greymon. There's TK and Magna Angemon. And he's finished the job buzzing. No messing about. I always loved in Digimon Adventure how TK and Kari, the youngest kids in the group, were actually pretty much the secret weapon the whole way through. I loved how, like, obviously the Angemon thing being so iconic, the youngest kid, the smallest Digimon actually evolving into the strongest one and saving the day. And then the same with Kari being the 8th Digidestined and having a champion level as her partner. I always loved how the little kids were actually the secret weapons. I just thought there's just such a poetry to that, you know. Even the smallest of creatures can change the course of the world, or something like that. I think it's beautiful. So yeah, TK and Magna Angemon kicking ass. All right, I've set the tripod up for this one because it could be a sequence one, because we've had a bash, we've had a shake. Yeah, I was right. So we're going to need 2 hands for this, and we're going to need our secret weapon, War Greymon. This is the coolest animation on this entire device. So sick. Straight out of the anime, but with the stylization of this device. Love it. Oh yeah. Bad day to be a machine Digimon. Terra Force. Giga Cannon. Here we go. I was a bit sloppy, but we got through. Oh, there's Gizamon. Hey up, mate. He's trying his best. A little rookie up against the Dark Master. Still gets a hit in though. Great Tornado. Here we go. Concentrate Knife Digidestined. That was a bit better, but I'm a bit sloppy on them. I've not been practicing. Finish the job. Buzzing. And we've got the top of Spiral Mountain Wasteland. Oh, it looks spooky in there. Onwards. So by this point in the video, you're probably thinking, Alex, I need to buy one of those Zenin cases. Where can I buy one of those Zenin cases from? You guessed it, the sponsor of this video, Zenin TCG. They didn't sponsor me with this, but they did sponsor me to let you know that they are celebrating the 28-year anniversary of Digimon. It's been 28 years since Digimon first started with these little bad boys, the Digimon Original version 1 back in 1997, which means we're only a couple of years off the 30th anniversary. Are we going to get a DM30? But anyway, Zenin are celebrating the 28th anniversary of Digimon by launching a load of new products on their store. Loads of like the Bandai Asia, the Chinese exclusive Digimon stuff, all that's on there. I'm really excited by those little keychains, little replicas of the keychains that Piedmon turns the Digidestined into in Digimon Adventure. I think they look sick. But there's loads of really cool like acrylic stands and little plushes and cushions and stickers and all that kind of stuff. Loads of ace stuff. Also really hyped by those Digimon Tamers acrylic display stands as well. I think they look sick. But that's not all. They've not only got over 100 plus new Digimon products, exclusive, officially licensed Digimon products for you to buy. If you spend over 50 USD on their store, you'll be entered into the Digimon Time Stranger giveaway. So make sure you're a part of that as well. It's very easy to kiss goodbye to 50 USD on Zenin. So yeah, please support those that support us. Zenin sponsor channels, creators, artists, and even events. So huge thank you to Zenin TCG. I'd highly recommend this case and checking out all the new lines that they've got over there and get yourself into the Digimon Time Stranger giveaway. Thanks for sponsoring this video, Zenin, and thanks to everybody for supporting Zenin in return. Buzzing. Also, the 2025 hatch is still going strong. We are with MetalVegiemon. What a beast. In case you're not aware, the 2025 hatch, I hatched this on New Year's Eve, and my intention is to keep it running all of 2025. So we're currently pretty much halfway through the year now. It's been 6 months and I've had this thing running every single day of this year. Obviously, the Digimon dies, I rehatch it immediately. If the batteries die, I replace them and rehatch it immediately. So every single day in 2025 thus far, I've had this device running, and I'm still nowhere near had my fill of it. This thing is beautiful. Every time I get MetalVegiemon, I'm still getting butterflies. It is truly magical. But on today's adventure, he's got a little mate. I hatched out the version 5 original with Flurp, and I've been very fortunate because it's ex-Tyrannomon. I didn't think I was going to make Ultimate this time because I forgot to get any battles in at Rookie. I got loads in with Raremon, but obviously with the Digimon Originals, typically you need battles at Rookie and Champion to stand a chance at Evolution, and even with perfect conditions, it's never guaranteed. So with anything less than perfect conditions, usually the odds are pretty slim. So yeah, very chuffed to have ex-Tyrannomon. Let's find a nice little spot and battle him. Here we go, MetalVegiemon versus ex-Tyrannomon. Now for some reason, The version 5s, all of them, just move a little bit slower than the other versions. So as you can see already, the version 5 is falling out of sync. It does seem to be the case with all version 5s. Don't know why, but just it's part of the charm. That's our excuse. And X-Tyrannomon takes the win. And MetalVegiemon's injured. He's fuming. And while we're here with shoulder cam so perfectly set up, let's see what's going on with Lady Devimon. Let's go for Skull Greymon. I love this evolution sequence. How the music starts normally, but then quickly turns sour. Something's gone wrong. So sick. And even the battle music's different for Skull Greymon. I just think that's so cool. Dark Shot. Darkness Wave. Lady Devimon looks sick. Oh, Izzy's showing up with Mega Kabuterimon. Hornbuster. Whoa, 3 damage. He ain't messing. A couple other little things about this case. I like that this bit twists. Obviously it's annoying that the design comes apart, but it's good because it allows a bit more movement for the clip, so it will hang more naturally, which is good. It'll stop any unnecessary resistance or anything like that. The other thing is, something worthy of mention is the screen's not covered. On their premium VPET and Pendulum cases, the screens are covered. On this, they're not. It is still very nicely tucked away and protected, but the screen itself isn't covered. So just something I thought I would mention just in case that's a deal breaker for you. Right, it's just buzzed. We've reached the final boss of Spiral Mountain, and that's what's good about these things, is they call out, but the battle won't start until you start it. So you're not forced into a battle or forced into injuries or losses. If you can't get to it straight away, you can just let it do its thing, ignore it, find somewhere good until you're ready, and then it's time to face the big bad boss. Let's do this. Okay, it's boss time. It's Piedmon, or as he's known in Japanese, Paimon. I skipped the animation. What an idiot. That's bad luck. We're definitely going to get wrecked now. Okay, this is Trump sword attack. Here we go. Oh, that was sloppy. We're back to the five buttons to press. There's Gizamon doing his best. Little legend. Such a great touch that any of the enemy Digimon can be your friend and assist you in battle. Just makes it a little bit more customizable. If there's a particularly special Digimon to you, you can have them show up and help you out. And it's not always happening either, so it makes it a real surprise, a little treat when they do show up. There we go, we're back in the game. It's only taken the entire video, but we're there. We're cooking. Piedmon's toast. That's such a happy jingle for a kind of apocalypse situation. So we're gonna have to save the last few bits for the next video because I've run out of time today. So let's just package this one as the Zenin case review video, because that's been the main objective of this one, has been checking out, field testing this case, and honestly it is ace. You can't spell case without ace. Oh, you can, but you get the point. No, honestly, I would highly recommend this case to anyone with the Digivice 25th Color Evolution. It's maybe not as much of a must for those with the other Digivices. It does fit them, but it's not as snug, whereas this is perfect. It is made to measure for this thing. So yeah, massively recommend that. I love that it's so snug. I love that it is both practical and stylish. The buttons are nice and accessible, you know, it doesn't feel uncomfortable or anything like that. It does feel nice and natural around the case. It feels nice with a mixture of the gloss and the matte plastic. The clip feels secure, but it's much easier to open than the VPET cases. I know a few people have struggled with that, but no such problem on this for me. I love the little digi egg bit. I think that's a really nice touch. Not something that was necessary, but has just added a nice little flair to it, a little nice attention to detail. I think it's cool that the speaker port isn't covered either, so that it doesn't muffle the sound or anything. And yeah, all in all, this thing is awesome. I would highly recommend it. So get yourself to Zenin, treat yourself to one of these cases, and don't forget about the giveaway and all the goodies that they've got coming for the 28th anniversary of Digimon. But yeah, unfortunately, I've just run out of time today. So we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay ace, keep rocking. Peace. So I had a go at pickling my own eggs. Look at these. Well, not mine, I didn't lay them. They're my dad's chicken's eggs, pickled by me. And they've been in there for 3 weeks. Look how badass they look. Look at that, floating around in them juices. So today is the day that we're gonna crack them. Smells pickled eggy. We've got bay leaves in here, we got peppercorns, we got all the good stuff. Oh, look at that. I'm salivating. Nicely browned in the pickled juices. Here we go. Is it meant to be browned or is that poisoning? I don't know. It's been nice knowing you all. Sit a bit. Oh yes. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I don't think it's going to kill me. But if it does, I'll die a happy man. That is ace. In the famous words of the great Churchill, oh yes. Buzzing.